Hey guys, Crystal here, back with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and in between episodes I came back here, not just for the healing machine, but also because we do have 2 more shadow Pokemon to purify, so I figured I would try to figure out how to use this purify chamber, and I think I understand it. I tried to figure it out in between episodes, so you see here I've already set it up, and they're doing those musical notes, so I think that means I've done it right, and I just have to wait for it to be ready. I was gonna also do a second set with Makuhita, who is the other shadow Pokemon that we got, Makuhita and Voltorb, but I looked at my Pokemon and I don't think I have the right types to make another circle. Oh yeah, so the way this works is you need to make a type circle around it. So water beats fire, no, water beats ground, which beats fire, which beats grass, which beats water. That's what you need to do. It took a lot of experimenting, trial and error, checking type charts to make sure I remembered things right. But eventually I got this circle, and I don't think I have the right types to make another one. So instead what I guess I'll have to do is wait until Voltorb is done, and then I'll just keep the circle the same and just literally switch Voltorb for Makuhita. I know this thing is designed where you could do multiple shadow Pokemon at once. You can have up to 9 sets, but because I don't have a whole lot of Pokemon to choose from yet, I don't think I can make another circle. At least I don't think I can. I don't know. Maybe I'll show you guys my PC, and if you guys can come up with another circle, then feel free to call me stupid. Yeah, so I've got all these, plus I could take somebody from the party, but I don't really want to. So yeah, Makuhita's just gonna have to wait his turn, but that's the way it works, and then it gets easier as you go along, because of course the more you've purified, you can then use them as the normal Pokemon in the circle. But with that done, we are going to head out of here, and there's somewhere else we need to go before heading back to the building we were exploring, which had grunts. Now, at the end of last episode, my spot monitor went off. However, right after I stopped recording, when I started, I kept walking to come here to the healing machine, it went off again. So I'm guessing the 2 places it went off for are rock and cave, because they've each got one little thingy, which maybe means a wild Pokemon is there. Although what's confusing is that looking at the actual picture, cave is kind of glowing, like it's got that circle around it, but rock isn't. So looking at that picture makes me think cave is ready, but none of the others are. But I know what I remember, even though it didn't get recorded. After I stopped recording, I'm pretty sure I kept walking and the spot monitor went off again. So we might be about to get 2 new Pokemon. Let's check it out. There's no harm in checking all the spots, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, there we go, a wild Zubat. Oh, and it just starts the battle immediately. I thought I had to walk forward. This is going to be interesting, which means we're going to be getting non-shadow Pokemon. Oh, it's only level 12. I'm scared I'm gonna kill it. Let's just go straight for a Pokeball. It's only level 12. Maybe I won't need to weaken it. This makes things interesting. Because of course in Colosseum, you were limited to just the roster of Pokemon you snag. And you know, I mean, you're kind of limited in every game because of course there's a limited roster of Pokemon. But in this, you can spawn these wild Pokemon, and I'm guessing they're not scripted. I'm guessing, you know, you put the snack down, and then it does and then it pulls from a selection of Pokemon. The other thing is, it's nicknaming time, and because I did not know we would be getting a Zubat, I did not, obviously I did not come up with a nickname in between episodes, so I think what I'm gonna have to do whenever I catch a Pokemon is I'm gonna go without a nickname and then wait until between episodes to pick one out, and then go to the name rater between episodes. Otherwise, it's just, look, you guys do not want me to come up with nicknames in the episodes themselves. I know plenty of Pokemon players do it, and they come up with something pretty quickly, but I can't. And, you know, you don't want to see me umming and ahhing and looking stuff up for inspiration. Okay, so Rock is not ready. Interesting. Oh, I see it now. Those little thingy things on the monitor. Yeah, it was probably showing maybe like how many snacks are there. But still, I could have sworn that it went off after I stopped recording. Maybe there's something in the Oasis? No, but there's no snack, which is interesting. Unless there's like some sort of feature where they disappear? No, this game doesn't have a real-time clock, I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure, like, the only thing that triggers stuff is stuff that seems time-based is probably actually steps-based. But you guys saw last episode, we put snacks at all 3 spots. Unless I didn't put a snack here somehow. Maybe I didn't. Feel free to go back and check last episode and call me stupid if it turns out that I never put a snack here. Because if there's no real-time clock, then we can't say maybe a Pokemon came here, ate it, and then left, sort of like honey trees, where if you wait too long they leave, because I don't think this game has real-time clock like that. So I don't know why there wasn't a snack in this one. Now it's showing, yeah, I'm pretty sure that thing on the right is showing how many snacks there are. I've just got 1 snack at each place, but maybe I should put more. Okay, I have 5 snacks in my bag, so let's do, now let's just leave it 1 snack each, and then at some point I will have to get some more snacks. We were in Pyrite Town, that's where we were. So yeah, we're still waiting for Voltorb to purify, and we caught Zubat, who will get a nickname next time, even though I probably won't use him on the team. But everybody gets a nickname. Oh, and of course he could be useful for the type circles. Well, we're gonna head back in here and continue exploring where we were. I believe we already looked in those lower rooms. That's right, we went up this lift, and there was a guy in the lift. That was kind of funny. Now let's check in here. Oh no, he's interrogating, that guy whose name I forget. It's not Net, it's, his friend. And I forgot his name. Okay, Aurora Beam the bird and Psybeam the part poison type. There we go. See, I know my types. That didn't do much damage though. Maybe my team could use a little bit more leveling up. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky because I'm not one-shotting everything, but like, I'm surviving. You know, my team is a few levels above them. Oh, please don't be confused. Oh, come on, you were supposed to Aurora Beam the bird. Okay, Maria, you're switching. For Fluffy. And, Psybeam the tentacle again. Oh, that's weird. I thought switching took priority, but maybe it doesn't. I know balls take priority, but in most games I could have sworn switching would go first, but it didn't. Which means you can choose to switch out a Pokemon, but then they get attacked anyway. Which is kinda stupid. I feel like switching should come first, and maybe it does in other games. Maybe this game is just being different. I don't know. Fluffy, you can take out the Doduo, and nothing's particularly good against the Chimecho, so let's just go Aerial Ace. It's probably Stella's best move. It really didn't do much. Yeah. I could switch out, because I know I have a Dark-type move on the team at least, but then, I don't know. I don't really want to switch unless the Pokemon is, like, low HP or maybe confused or something. There goes the Doduo. Okay. And now, yeah, let's just use our best moves. That Aerial Ace isn't gonna do much. Actually, it did a lot! Right as I say that, it does a crit. Hopefully Fluffy will finish it off. There we go. One thing I am noticing and liking about this evil team is that you can't, like, predict what Pokemon they're gonna use. They're not just using a bunch of the same thing, you know? Their teams are really varied. Sek, that's your name. Oh, right, they came looking for Net. But how did they know that I brought the data ROM to Net? How did they find that out? You'd think they would have gone straight to my home lab and, interrogated everybody there because, you know, because they knew that I picked up the ROM, on my way out when I rescued the kidnapped guy. You'd think they would have gone back to the lab to look for me or the kidnapped guy. But there was no evidence that they ever stopped by the home lab. Because we were just there and it's fine. Nobody mentioned anything. You'd think they would have gone there first. How did they know to go to Pyrite Town, and how did they know I would be bringing it to Net? You know, it would have made sense if maybe they'd gone to the home lab first, and then, what was the kidnapped guy's name? Professor Crane, that was it. And then if Professor Crane had accidentally let slip saying, like, oh, well, the data ROM isn't here anymore because Michael went to bring it to Net, if he somehow let that slip, then it makes sense that they knew to come here and see Net. I mean, I did also just bump into... Ooh, Vulpix! Oh, but I've already got Calvin! I did just bump into Trudley and Folly as well as Mira B last episode, but I don't think I told them that I'd be bringing the ROM to Net, so they wouldn't have known. So I don't know. I don't know how they knew to come here. All I know is Vulpix is adorable, but I've already got Calvin as my fire type. But I guess it's for the best because I am already using a Vulpix in my playthrough of Leaf Green, which if you want to watch that, it is in progress and you can get caught up by watching the long videos on my other channel. Shout out to my VOD channel. And depending when you're watching this, you can even watch the playthrough in progress if you watch my streams. For a second I forgot that I was trying to catch Vulpix and I don't know why I was attacking it, so thank God it stopped right at that little bit of HP. Okay, good, I can use refresh. I was like, what can I do to waste the turn? Then again, the ball goes first anyway, but like, I wasn't gonna choose an attacking move, because like, what if the ball somehow failed? It didn't, but can you imagine I choose the ball and then you choose an attacking move thinking it won't matter, the ball's gonna go first, but it could fail. So now we've got Vulpix, who also needs to be purified eventually, and we'll get to it, we will. We'll check all these other rooms. Oh, I never got that, ether. Maybe I was not allowed to get to it? I don't remember. Sir, please stop harassing the news lady. Quillfish and Rhyhorn. Oh, I remember people used to always get really tripped up by the spelling of Quillfish because you'd expect it to be Q-U because that makes the qu sound, but they used a W. But then if you're going to use a W anyway, then instead of the Q, you only need the K sound, because the W is doing the W. So, you could just, you could do like K, quill, like that. I don't know. But then again, the etymology, the naming, probably comes from quills like spikes. In which case, then it should still be a Q-U, because that's how you spell quill, you know? Pretty sure when you write like the quills of a hedgehog or something, pretty sure it's Q-U. They also only did one L, and I'm pretty sure quills like on a hedgehog has a double L, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, no, I don't think they hit a character limit. No, because it's only 8 letters, and I'm pretty sure the upper limit would have been 10. They're probably, I mean, in newer Pokemon games, they probably don't have to worry about such a limit, but fun fact, the reason why a lot of people struggle with spelling Feraligator's name, and the reason it is spelt like that, where it's got an R at the end, but it's not E-R, it's like Gator, and it's got just T and then R. It's because they had a character limit back in Gen 2. Even though they were the ones making the games, I guess they couldn't program a bigger maximum, so they were working with that, and people have theorized that the main reason they ended up spelling Feraligator like that was because they Like, they would have spelt it ER in the English name, but they ran into that limit. Wait, how many letters is that? Actually, if I'm counting right, that's 9. I would have thought 10 would have been their upper limit. But if I'm counting right, Feraligatr has 9 letters, like the actual spelling that they use. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe that was their limit for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna switch Maria out and Psybeam the coughing. Okay, that's coughing down, so now we can... Actually, I guess it would be neutral, because Chinchou's part electric, but maybe it's still my best move. I don't know. We're also going to use Aerial Ace. Oh, that's not very effective. I should have known that. And who's getting paralyzed? Fluffy is. That's something that differs generation to generation, and I've lost track of, Oh, Volt Absorbed, that sucks. And I've lost track of when the changes happened, because the way it's supposed to be, and I think the way it is in modern games, is you can't paralyze an electric type with things like, Thunder Wave. But in some games you can use Thunder Wave. And then in some games you can't use Thunder Wave, but they get paralyzed from non-electric moves like I don't know, Body Slam or something. I don't know. It's just this tricky thing because like fire and ice types are supposed to be immune to burn and freeze respectively, but electric had all sorts of nuances with the with that immunity that they're supposed to have. What's in here? You apparently drove the thugs out. Okay. They don't seem very out. No one's in this room. Just some difficult looking books. And no other text or anything. So that room is pretty pointless. Oh, actually, I should do some switching. I don't think I'm gonna bother running back to heal. I'm just gonna put some healthy Pokemon in the front. Okay, let's go up this elevator, and I think it's almost time to end the episode, but let's see what happens up here. Maybe we can do one more battle? Oh, now we can reach this item, and it's a revive. Oh, there's the mother and daughter! Okay, this is actually a pretty good stopping point, so... Oh my god, there's a healing machine here! Yes! Okay, next time, we're gonna confront that guy who's hassling the mother and daughter. The funny thing I'm noticing is that some of these battles seem to be optional. Like, I could probably just not go in that room, or that room, and just keep going on my way up to see Net. I could, but I won't, because I might as well get all of the, battles, get the experience. Even though I could get repeatable battles at Mount Battle, I might as well do these. So I will see you next time where we rescue a mother and daughter. See you then.